A very good day to you. I want to speak to you about the final word. Who has the final word in your life? You know, do you believe in angels? Yes, indeed, so do I. There are angels written all over this book. I mean, an angel of the Lord came and told the young virgin Mary that she was going to have a child, and his name was going to be Emmanuel, God with us. That was an angel. We have angels right through the book. I believe you've got an angel. I've got an angel with me. But who has the final word? Let's go to the book of Hebrews, right at the back of the New Testament, Hebrews chapter 1, and I'm going to read a couple of verses, starting in verse 10. You, Lord, in the beginning laid the foundation of the earth, and the heavens are the work of your hands. They will perish, but you remain, and they will grow old like a garment. Like a cloak, you will fold them up, and they will be changed, but you are the same, and your years will not fail. That's it. Your years. Who are we talking about? We're talking about Jesus. Jesus has got the final word in your life. Why? Because Jesus made you. God made you a very special person. He knows you back to front. He knows your strengths. He knows your weaknesses. He is your ultimate authority. Why then do you go running all over the place asking people to give you words of knowledge? When a prophet comes to town, off you go to hear what the prophet's got to say. You line up with a whole lot of other people. I want a word from the Lord. Now, don't get me wrong. I've got no problem with prophets. No problem at all. Some of my brothers are prophets, and they speak very accurate word. But ultimately, your final word comes from God. Now, to me, a prophet is merely a person who will confirm what God's already told you. He'll not come and tell you, you're going to be a famous actor, you're going to go around the world, you're going to do that. No. Thus says the Lord. And he will prophesy accurately. But God's already told you through his word. So it's confirmation. It's not something that's continually, completely opposite to what you've already heard. We need to get the final word from God. Why? Because he made you. He knows you like the back of his hand, because he created you in his own image. Now, the God who made the heavens and the earth, why don't you ask him for advice? Why don't you ask his counsel? But how do we do that, Angus? By reading the word of God. By getting confirmation from brothers and sisters that you respect as men and women of God. I'm a farmer. God speaks to me through the elements. He speaks to me through the sun and the moon and the stars and the weather. He speaks to me through nature. That's right. He speaks to me through the animals on the farm and the crops. He confirms many things. But you have to be spiritually attuned in order to hear from the Lord. So remember, people can tell you all kinds of things. And the problem is, they're all well-meaning people. And one will tell you this, another one will tell you that. Who are you going to believe? You go to the Word, the one who created the heavens and the earth. And you say, Lord, I have a situation, and I need an answer for you. And by the way, sir, I'm talking to somebody that says, but God hasn't told me anything. You know that if he hasn't told you anything, you know what that means? That's an answer. You say, no ways, yes. If he hasn't told you anything, stay where you are. And carry on doing what you're doing until he tells you otherwise. The final word must come from God. Goodbye.